Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I'm going to set up my new Martha Stewart Discbound full-size notebook from Staples. I didn't need it, but I've wanted it for a long time. It was on sale. I was able to use rewards points to pay for it, although I could have used them for something else. It's a little bit of a rationalization, but I've really wanted it. I have been liking the large notebook for planning purposes, especially for my order tracking. As we get into the walkthrough, I'll show you some advantages that the Discbound system has over a conventional 3-ring binder. This is the Martha Stewart full-size Discbound notebook in persimmon. And on your screen, it might look more red. In person, it's a very bright coral. It's pretty. I've had the junior Discbound for about a year, and the corners did start to wear, so I put these little metal reinforcers on there, and I hope I know where they are, because I'll end up probably putting them on the new notebook too. I like that it has the built-in elastic, has a big pocket on the front cover. It also has this nice clear pocket. I think this notebook will be super useful for that back to school time period when you're getting a lot of papers thrown at you. I ultimately like to get those into my phone via Evernote, and I will show you how to do that. But when they first come in, you just need somewhere to put them. Back to school night, if I know where paper is to write on, where I can put paper, and where my pen is, I'm about 80% of the way there for what I actually need to have under control at back to school night and all those parent meetings that happen at the beginning of the school year. So it comes with a whole lot of just regular lined paper. There's a little bit at the front that's specialized. This belongs to personal reference, holidays, reference calendar. That's always nice to have. It's perpetual calendar for birthdays and anniversaries and whatnot. And most of it is just this lined paper. Don't love this lined paper. The lines are super, super small. This is a college-bound composition book, and the lines are actually even a little bit narrower. But it's also just like they're huge pages, and it's so many lines. If we're actually using these to like take notes, a lot of notes, I would probably want to break up the pages somehow. To give you a ton of lined paper to start with, binder does need something in it to hold together. So I will probably take out at least half of these pages. I have an enormous hole puncher. You can get smaller ones. So let me show you how I set it up. Put one of my favorite pens in the pen loop. I'll leave these pretty much empty because I really want this to be my personal assistant during all those back to school night, parent meetings. I get so stressed out about that. I printed out weekly pages from the 1st of September. So that's the week before our kids start school through the last week of September. I think by that point, I'm done with at least the parent meetings and all that. Then these are really cool. Just got these from Staples. Little to-do list pads. They're much thicker than that, but you just sort of pull off a few at a time and they kind of stick together, and then you have a little bookmark, which also you can then write as a to-do list or reminder list, whatever I happen to need. I left in the weird reference pages because, hey, why not? I ended up keeping about 25-ish pages just so that the book was stable enough. I have this ruler. I really like this notebook. I think it'll be great to have with me in September, which if you're a mom of school-age kids, you know September can be kind of a challenging time. I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I set up my Discbound notebook. I hope I've inspired you to think about whether a Discbound system could work for you. If you enjoyed this video, click subscribe below. I'd love to hear in the comments about how you minimize stress during those first few weeks of the school year, with all the back to school nights and parent meetings.